Hello, everyone. I want to welcome you to the fourth episode of Car Ride Conversations. I am your host, Shaejrich, and today I have a special guest, Miss Paige Nicole, on here. So I'm just going to give her a chance to get on here, and we'll get started. So if you would just bear with me for a moment. I thank you guys for being patient every week. Like I said before, it's a little different when you do it live. So I'm finna add her. Hello, Paige. How are
Hey,
you?
I'm well in yourself.
I'm good. I can't hear you. Let me see. Maybe it's my phone.
It might be me. Can you hear me now?
Okay.
You can hear me now?
A little bit. Just a little bit.
My volume up. No,
Is it connected to your car?
I don't even have my car
You
on.
don't have your car on?
Mm-mm.
I don't know why I can't hear you. Let's see. Because it's not my phone. Can you hear me good? You can.
Yeah,
I can't hear you that good for
I
some
sound
reason.
low.
Huh?
Am I low? It was low.
I don't know what it
I'm gonna exit out and try to send it to me again.
is. Okay.
See if that works.
You want to go out and come back
Yeah.
in? Okay. So I'm gonna take you. Okay.
Can you hear me now? No.
A little bit.
I don't know what's wrong.
I don't know what it is either. Hold on. Let me try this. Because I do have like a microphone up there, but I don't know why I can't hear you.
It's still low?
It's still low. Hold on. Let me see something. Maybe it's me over here.
Because I can hear you really good.
You can hear me? Maybe it's my call. Let me see. Now say something.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Just a little bit, but I can hear you.
I wonder what's
I
wrong.
don't know what's going on with you. Let me see.
Miss
Oh, well,
Cynthia
they
said
said,
she
oh,
can hear
long as they
both.
say they can hear us. Okay, so I just want to say thank you so much for accepting the invitation to come on Car Ride Conversations with me. I really, really appreciate it, and I thank you so much for accepting the invite.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, ma'am. So for those who don't know Miss Paige, she is Miss Paige Nicole, a truly exceptional individual whose inner beauty and outer charm is complemented by her warmth, love, and positivity. And it is indeed rare to meet people like you on a daily basis. And so I'm just so glad that you bring positive vibes everywhere you go. And so it's just so great to have you in my presence, even though it's on the phone.
Thank you so much. Like I said, thank you so much for having me for real.
Yes, ma'am. So would you just introduce yourself and let the people know who you are?
Okay, my name is Paige Nicole. I stand 3'5". I am the owner of No Negative Energy Love Apparel. I am 37 years old. And like I say, I'm 3'5". So I kind of just let people know that no matter your imperfections, you can still be great.
Right. Right, absolutely. So, like what drives your motivation and focus at this moment? Like, because I see you always a vibe. So what drives you and keep you going?
Just to know that I could just be myself. Like
Yeah.
no matter what's going on, like I don't have to try to fit in with nobody. Like I literally know me. Like
Right.
I know God didn't make any mistakes when he created me. So I embrace that. Like I know that there's nothing wrong with me, even though I just stand 3'5". Like that don't mean nothing. Like I'm me, and just being able to be myself that's like everything for me.
Right. Right. So, like I say, I see you always the life of the party. I watch you all the time, and you don't mind turning up. I love that for you. Like it seems as if you don't let anything get in your way. And I know sometimes some people do. Some people don't know how to vibe and be a good vibe around people and just bring that energy. And so, like I said, I've been watching you for a long time, and you just everywhere you go, like you turning up, you gonna dance, like you doing stuff that I wouldn't even do. And but you don't mind. And like I say, I love that. So like I see you host a lot of events. Uh,
Mhm.
excuse me. Or whatever. But like is that like something you enjoy doing or
Like just imagine being able to just vibe. Like they say, like getting paid to just do what you like to do, have a good
right,
time.
right,
So that's everything for me. Like just to be able to vibe with people, set the tone, like make people want to enjoy themselves, like get the
right.
crowd in tune on one accord, like that. I that I can do that. I love that.
Yeah. So where are you from?
I'm from Louisiana.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I live in it's like in between New Orleans and Baton Rouge area.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, I know we just celebrated International Women's Day. What words of encouragement can you offer to inspire women and young ladies to stay resilient and motivated, even in the force of adversity at this moment?
So it's I'm actually giving my first event on this coming Saturday, and it's called Cocktails and Conversations. So it's just something to a lot of women don't know how to celebrate themselves, right? And a lot of women don't know what it looked like to actually celebrate themselves. So my words of encouragement to a woman is to be like, don't forget about you. You pour into other people, but what about you? What if you pour into everybody else, but you don't have nothing for yourself? How can you function if you're the one who always pointed to other people? Like, don't forget about you. You got to make sure you together. You got to make sure you pour yourself or fill yourself up with what you pour out to other people. You got to make sure you together. Like, it's
Right,
just everything starts with self. Like, make sure you got you
right.
together.
So do you think like sometimes as women, because I'm a mother, I'm
Hmm.
not married or anything, but I am a mother. Do you think that sometimes we get so caught in with our daily lives and trying to make sure everybody else is okay, family, your children, just
Absolutely.
and then we just forget about ourselves, and some women let themselves go. But I mean, I hadn't let myself go, maybe a little bit on the weight, but I'm gonna go get my hair done, I'm gonna go get my nails done, and I'm gonna go out and have me a lemon drop or two. I'm gonna have a good time.
And that's so important because I'm always telling my friends, like, something that I'm always saying is show yourself some grace,
Right,
right? Because like you say, you a mother. I feel like a woman wears so many hats, right? You a mother, a sister, a aunt, a friend. Like they got people that's pulling on you in every direction. But the thing is, you got to make sure you together in order for you to be able to give, right?
right,
So in I feel like in this year, I want to be a reminder to the women, like you said, keep yourself up
right,
because you never know. Even if you're single or whatever, you could be out and about. You looking a mess. No, fix yourself. It don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you gotta wear $1,000 worth of makeup. No,
right,
you ain't gotta
right,
do all that. For me, on Fridays, I love to go get my brows and lashes done. I'm gonna always get my brows and lashes done. Like I really don't have to put much on. Put a little lip gloss on, make sure my hair together,
right,
and I'm cool with that because you never know who you gonna run into, right?
right,
So I
right,
just feel like just pick yourself up. Like a lot of ladies let themselves go, and again, I don't mean you got to get dressed to kill, right? Fix yourself up.
right,
Just presentable. Do it
right.
for
Be presentable.
you. I'm not even worrying about like do it for you.
Right. Right, because I know a lot. Sometimes men will say like, "Oh, you only getting your makeup done for a man. You trying to catch a man," or "Oh, you only getting your body done, getting enhancements to your body for a man." and it be all about you because, you know, us as women, our bodies go through so many changes.
Right.
And we just have, you know, different things that it be flaws to us, but to the next person, it's beautiful. And they like, why are you altering this? But it's just something that we do within ourselves. And I feel like we need to continue to do that no matter what nobody else say. If that's something you want to do, if you want to go get a BBL, go get it, girl. If you want to go get a tummy, go do that. You know, just do whatever makes you happy. And so I'm all for that. And I'm so happy that you inspire different women when it comes to that, because like you say, it is a lot of women who let themselves go. And girl, I can't tell you how many times I done went in the store up the street and just threw on something, and I'm like, oh Lord, I see this person. I'm trying not to get out the car because I'm looking a hot mess. So I'm like, oh no, baby, no. But you know, it just sometimes, you know, you just want to run and do that. And like you said, you ain't always got to get fixed up and dolled up or whatever. Just be who you are. And some women don't understand that you can simply be who you are. You ain't got to go get your makeup done every day. Now, I love to go get my makeup done, but I don't do it all the time. But like for occasions, yeah, girl, I'm gonna go get it done or whatever. But it's just like, I just feel like more women and more young ladies need to understand that your self-worth is more than
Yes.
anything, you know, and to love yourself first, because like you say, if we don't love ourselves, who gonna love us?
I have this thing that I say every day: we teach people how to treat us, right?
Right.
So if people see that you're not handling yourself with care, they're not going to do it. I was just having this conversation with somebody yesterday, and I was like, you know, I want I want people to treat me like I'm fragile, right? Think about a package.
Right.
They got to handle that package with care because it's fragile. Like you don't want that to break. And it's not that I'm not in my, it's not that I'm not in my soft girl era. I don't want to be hard. Like I don't want to be, I don't want to act like my feelings not hurt, because at the end of the day, they are hurt. And I've gotten to a point to where I don't have to act like my feelings not. If something bothering me, I'm gonna speak on that. I'm gonna feel how I feel, because when you don't take on that feeling, like that can leave you messed up, because it's important to let people know if they did you something right then and there. Don't wait till down the line, because they thinking that they didn't do you anything. But yeah, the way you said this hurt my feelings, and it made me feel a type of way. You're entitled to let them know that.
Right, right. And I'm big on that. Like my friends be like, you so outspoken. I mean, you gotta be like, it's a way you
Nowadays.
can let a person know, you know what I'm saying? Like, treat me this way, or don't talk to me like that, or I need you to respect me because I'm gonna deliver the same respect to you. And
Right.
some people don't understand that. And then when you go to teaching people how to treat you, people feel like you're coming off rude or you being disrespectful.
Right.
No, I'm just trying to give you insight on how I would like to be treated, and I would like
Right.
you to return the same energy, because I'm not gonna do you like that.
Correct.
And so I'm big on that. I'm big on that. And I don't mind telling people like, hey, I don't like this. Like, let's fix it. You know what I'm saying? If we go a while without talking about it, I feel like it's only gonna get worse. So
Yeah.
let's talk about it, you know? So I feel
Right.
you on that right there, because that's so important to let people know how to treat us or whatever. And I think a lot of times people, like men, for instance, like if we have self-worth, some of them be like, oh, she got an attitude, or she's stuck up. No, I'm just being who I am, and that's what I want. You know, I want you to understand the vibe I'm giving, so you can return that
Yeah.
energy, so we won't have no bad blood.
Correct.
But yes, definitely.
I think it's important to be able to talk about how you feeling, right? And even when it comes to relationship, because most men nowadays, like when you go to express how you're feeling, they're gonna say that you're trying to fuss. I'm not trying to fuss with you. I'm just letting you know that this is bothering me, right? But a lot of men don't want to take accountability, right?
Right,
They feel like, oh no, you're just trying to. No, I'm not trying to fuss.
right,
This right here, this is bothering me. I'm being open with you instead of shutting down, right? I'm trying to let you know this is what this is, but you got to be able to
right,
communicate.
right,
It's not just about, it's really about understanding and processing. Okay, I can see why you feeling that way. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Not always being defensive. Like you got to be understanding.
Right. And some men, and not even just men, but some people lack communication skills. Like I feel like as humans, people, person, whatever, woman, man, whatever, we can't prosper or we can't get anywhere with each other if we can't communicate anything. It ain't even just with issues, but it could be just with goals or just things like that. Like communication is very, very important. Yes.
Right.
Let me see what else. I got a few more questions for you. Let's see.
Yeah, somebody was saying that they have a hard time with communicating, and I think they was like, don't confuse what it was,
Don't
and don't
confuse
confuse
expressions with
expressions with
arguments. That's
argument.
actually my
Okay.
mom, and that's so true. Because sometimes your expressions, if you express to somebody, they instantly want to argue with you. I'm not big on arguing. Like, I don't like to argue, Paige, because if I get too mad, I'm ready to take it to a whole nother level with you. So I try to avoid arguing, but I'd rather us just talk it out. So
Yeah.
she's absolutely right on that. So, but yes, so let's get into entrepreneurship. So I see that you have your own clothing brand, No Negative Energy Love. What inspired you to start your brand?
So like we live in a world with a lot of negativity, right? And by me being 3'5", I've always had to face that negativity from people, whether it was, I'm bow legged, so I wobble, the way I walk or whatever. So I dealt with, being short for number one, being mocked and teased about how I walk, just had to deal with people staring. And I just feel like, and not only just with that, it's just hearing a lot of different things. So that's when, negative energy was coming from. So I could just remember even being at work, when somebody doing something, I have an attitude, I always be like, no negative energy. I like, like I'll just do that. Honestly,
Right,
I never really thought taking no negative energy love to a level like this, right? Because for me, it's way bigger than an apparel.
right,
Because even when it wasn't, even I, last year, I say from August up until, like, I really hadn't produced any apparel, right? So I just made 4 years in January. So to myself, I was like, I don't need to I don't thank you. I don't need to celebrate. I was like, because I didn't sell anything. That's why it's good to have people to remind you of different things, and to hold you accountable for different things. So my friends was like, you might have didn't sell anything, but don't forget you did hosting events. You spoke at schools. They was pointing out all the different things that I did that was still connected with no negative energy love, but the now, like, people were still saying no negative energy love.
right,
So that was very big for me. That was just no negative energy, just came from just being around negativity all the time.
right.
And we are what we allow to consume us. So like I said, it wasn't never supposed to be this. I thought that I was just saying something.
Mhm.
So one day I'm talking to one of my friends and I was like, I think I want to create like a little logo. Let me just see what we can do. Shout out to Regina. She have her sons have their own clothing line, their own brand as well. She took out time to help me create. I have an original logo. She took out the time to help me create that. A lot of people not trying to help. They're not trying to put you on because
I
they
want to
feel
put
like
you
if you get
on.
a little higher than them,
Right.
like, no, she helped. So I got it made to on a little file to where you can put it actually on clothing. So I just had got a shirt made. I was like, man, I'm about to see, what this gonna do for me. Like, what if the people gonna really bite on it? And one of my friends was getting ready to open his clothing store. So I said, I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna wear it for his grand opening. I put it on for the grand opening, and it was like, when you gonna drop that? And I was like, huh? I was like, I ain't doing this for real. That's what I always be saying. I ain't doing this for real. This ain't for real. Like, this ain't it. But it took off like that. Like, it really wasn't supposed to be like that. But hey, it's not my plan. I can't go by what I want to do. Whatever guy got or whatever he want me to do is all in his hand. I'm
Right.
just fulfilling my purpose, right?
Right. And I noticed you have the bracelets too. Do you make those?
So that's how Fitted Stacks started. That's my name on Instagram, right?
Okay.
So I was
Okay.
making a custom stacks, and it was just, I called it Fitted Stacks because I always wanted them to be fitted for everybody. Like, I want them to be fitted for you, and then you can stack them up. So that's where the name came from. And it's crazy because I'm always saying, how I'm gonna run a website, work a 9 to 5, and here we are into 2025. I got a website. I'm still working my 9 to 5, but I'm maneuvering through it. Like, I know how to do it. So I don't really do the stacks as much like I was doing, but I still got it in me.
Yeah, because they are so cute. Like I said, girl, I be looking at you, watching you, and then like you would come on reels, and girl, the men was going crazy over you one time when you was dancing,
Girl,
girl. So
that is, let me tell you, that part right there, like, there's a lot of people who would get lost, in the social media world, right? When
right,
you have a big following, they'll get lost. So for me, that don't excite
right,
me, right?
right.
Like, because you gotta understand, a lot of these men, it's just all about, like,
One
what I'm
thing,
saying? Like,
right.
you gotta know the difference of it. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the support when it come down to really supporting, but again, it's just, I don't, some things that they be saying, God, block a lot
Girl,
of them.
you got to. Yes, you got
I have
to.
my email in my bio. They go to the extreme of sending themselves through an email. It's horrible.
Really.
Horrible. Like, on your Instagram page, like, do you have to accept some of
Yes,
the
I have
message?
to accept messages. Yes.
I'm so thankful for that, right? But it gets out of hand at times. Like,
Really.
just like you have a daughter,
Right.
or like, would you want somebody to do that to your
No,
daughter? Like,
absolutely
I don't think they think,
not.
and it
Right.
don't even, you don't even have to be half naked. They they be out the way. It be out the box.
Out the way. Yes. Yes. Some of these men, like, they don't have no respect. And they just, I don't know. I can't even explain it. So, like, what is the most rewarding part of being a woman entrepreneur?
To know that like, you still could be great, no matter being a woman. Like, you still can be the CEO. You know what I'm saying? Like, you
Right.
still can be great as being a woman. Like, you can put on the suit. You can step with your briefcase. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just a great feeling to know that you can still accomplish things by being a female.
Right.
Like, you can be her. Like, he could be him, you could be her. You can
Do you
still
think that
be great.
sometimes, do you think that sometimes we're overlooked?
Oh, absolutely. Like, as a woman, they feel like you can't do this, that, or the third. But in all naturality, like, we can probably do it better than what they're doing it, because we we understand things more. We know how to produce.
Right.
Like, we can make it more clear. We can. It's a lot of different things. So yeah,
Right.
a man would feel intimidated by a
Oh,
strong-minded woman.
now. Yeah, some men do get intimidated by a woman's success, and depending on the type of man that it is, some men are trying to intercede with that. So, like you say, it is some men who do get intimidated, but the type of man that supports you and encourages you, that's the one.
That's what's needed. I saw a reel, and it was this man was this man was getting interviewed, and he was like, it's very important that you know who you marry, right?
Right.
Because you need somebody, especially if you're an entrepreneur, you need somebody that's gonna be able to handle things, like when you in a relationship, you married with an entrepreneur, you become a full-time worker too.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you gotta be
Right.
able, like you said, it's that support. He said his wife wanted it just as bad as he did. So they was a powerful team. They really made it. You really gotta get somebody who's on the same level as you, and that's not gonna be intimidated.
Right.
That's gonna be able to embrace you and know that she got it going on, and that's for me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, I got something that they want.
Right.
They can't have that. And I know that she a powerhouse, and I'm standing behind her 10 foot, 10 toes down.
Right.
But you just gotta really, really find that person.
Right. So I'm not married. I hadn't ever been married. Like, is that the goal for you? But I mean, I want to get married one day, Paige. But it's like, is that the goal, or do you
I do.
want to
I
get married?
honestly, I love love, right? I am a. I love to. I love to see my friends, like, be showered with love, and just experience real, true love. Like, just to see um a couple that that's not really putting on for social media, that you really know in love. Like, I want my own. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want what these two got, if that makes sense. Like,
Yes, definitely.
I want my own love story for
Your
Paige.
own beautiful thing.
Yeah,
Yes.
like that's fitted for me. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like, but I do want to experience love. Yeah.
Yes. I think we all deserve that, and I just think that it comes when you don't expect it to,
That,
baby.
that's so true.
Yeah.
And I feel like when it comes to my love life, I think that God, like, again, it's all about God. You know how you be like, oh, by the time I get 35 years old,
Girl, we got so many dreams for 35.
that ain't God. 35 and bill. 35 gone. So
Yeah,
it's
I'm
like,
35 now, so.
so it's like, what is it? But I feel like, God, I have to be really focused on what I have ahead, right?
Right.
And until I do those things and get me together, I know that eventually we're gonna experience the love, but I feel like we gotta make sure that we together.
Right, right. That's most definitely true because some women, and not all, but some, we rush into things and our whole world is upside down, but we wanna be married. Like I did my backwards. I had the kids first, girl. So, but you wanna be married and do that. So,
But it's not like you
sometimes
said.
it don't play like
You
that.
go ahead. I'm sorry,
No, you can go ahead. I couldn't hear you.
but like I was saying, we feel like we supposed to go by this list, but I think Pastor Mike Mike, I think it's Mike Ty. I think he did the whole list thing. Like, it's you got to tell that list, because what you thought you was supposed to be doing at 30, no, like, if you would have told me that I would have been doing this or speaking at different things, like I said, I talk about doing a lot of things, but I never execute it, right? So Saturday, I'm really going forward with it, because I talked about hosting my own event, giving and hosting my own event for the longest, right? And I'll cancel it and be like, nah, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna do it. Like, I never executed. Um, for my anniversary, two of my friends, they gave me a surprise party, right? So the day after, everything was amazing. The day after the party, they called me. So we talking, and when I tell you, these girls read me like filth. It's not what I wanted to hear. It's what I needed to hear. And oftentimes we don't get people like that,
No.
especially when you got things going on. You feel like nobody, like, you have it all together. I don't have it together. I needed that from them.
Right.
I absolutely needed that from them. And still to this day, I've been telling them that we're going into 2 months now. I've been telling them thank you, because I needed that.
Right.
I needed that. I mean, I cried, like I cried when I got off the phone with them, because I was just like, it wasn't an attack. You need to get it together. It's a great feeling to know that you have people that have your best interests at heart, and they
Right.
actually see and know your potentials.
Definitely.
So I'm thankful for my two friends.
Yes. So like I'm getting ready to I'm putting together like a be your own beautiful brunch.
Mhm.
And it's for I said it was for everybody because I feel like anybody can be beautiful.
Right.
So it's like you do when you're trying to do stuff and you want it to be this grand thing, you get a little discouraged. It could be the smallest thing and I'd be like, oh, maybe I don't need to do it or whatever. But like you say, when you have friends and like my mom say on me, and you have people who are like cheering you on, like, girl, do this brunch. I don't care if 10 people come. You need to do your brunch. And I have so many good plans for it or whatever, but I'm from a small town.
Hmm.
It's called Texarkana, Texas.
Okay.
Well, it's a state line city. It's small. It's not far from Shreveport, Louisiana. It's like 45 minutes.
Okay.
And so it's like this town doesn't when you present certain things, it don't act on it unless it's like or somebody don't know you or like a popularity type
Yeah.
thing or whatever. So it's like when you present something, everybody don't bite on it. Now
Right.
you have a few who will hurry up and be like, I want to come to this because it's different. Because Paige, really and truly, we don't have a lot to do
Right.
here. So I just felt like, okay, a brunch is gonna be a cool little vibe. I got Messy C coming or whatever. Just you know, just a vibe or whatever. So I did get discouraged at first about it. I was like, I'm gonna cancel it. But I had so many people like, girl, don't you cancel that brunch? Don't you cancel that brunch? We looking for our pink. The words of this brunch, don't cancel it. So I'm like, I gotta do it or whatever. I just gotta do it, and it is what it is, you know. But I just pray that it's a beautiful outcome, because I sat in the bed one night, Paige, and I wrote down like, this is what I want. This is what I want. I want to hear. I want this. I want that. And so I put, when after I write something down, I pray over it. And so it's like, since I done prayed over it, I done gave it to God, like, God, just lead me the way, baby. If it ain't but 20 people in there, we gonna have a good time. So that's just what I've been doing, and I'm just so grateful. Like you say, when you have people who do have your best interest at heart, that is a blessing, because you know it is people who don't even have that type of support when they feel defeated. And
That's
so
true.
I'm so grateful for that. Yes,
So
definitely.
how you was talking about, like, that's how I feel right now, because I didn't while planning this, I didn't realize what all I had prior to till this weekend coming up, right? So we had Mardi Gras. I had did a drop, and even though I didn't put it on my website, it was a lot of local people that wanted to buy shirts. So I'm like, I honestly forgot about my event, and the two speakers that I have, they really been on me, and I really, if it wasn't for them and the fact that the lady where I'm hosting it at, like, she blocked that day off, I think I really would have just been like, I'm not worrying about it, because I just dropped it on Friday. Granted, the ticket sales not doing what I think they should do,
Right.
but like you say, even if it is 10 people, at least I know that I put like, sometimes all you gotta do is just take that step, right? And you never know what's gonna happen coming up till that date, right? I'm gonna keep it open until Saturday, and whoever's supposed to be there, go be there, and whatever needed to be delivered, go be delivered. And this would, it's just gonna let me know that I'm gonna be able to do this more, but I just gotta do this one time. And like you said, I wrote it out, Habakkuk 2:2. You gotta make it. You gotta write it out. You gotta make it plain.
Right.
You gotta make it clear. So the fact that we even talking about this like this, I know that it's gonna work out for the both of us. I know that it's gonna work out for the both of us.
Yes, I wish I could come, girl. Like I said, I don't know how far you is from me, but my event is not until May. And girl, I'm gonna send you an invite, whether you come or not. But
Okay.
I just want to invite you
If
because,
I don't have posted,
like you say, you know, just trying to bring women together and inspire and have a conversation. Because some, believe it or not, some women don't have friends, or even we ain't even gotta be friends, but some people don't have people that they can talk to. And I just wanted that to be that, you know.
yeah.
And I see yours is cocktails and conversations. So like, definitely,
So
yes.
it's more just like, I feel, like I said, this is International Women's Month, so we just needed a moment to get together, right? Because some women be holding so much in and don't even get to release that. Like, sometimes you just might need to just take a deep breath, and just, once you hear people talking, you'll realize that I'm not by myself with this. Like, she opened up, which made it so comfortable for me to even just let it out. And sometimes that's all people need, to just let it out.
Right.
You ain't got to worry about being judged. Like, this is a no
Right.
judgment. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, we're just here to uplift each other.
Right.
We're here to pour to each other.
Right.
Like, I just know that my prayer is that you don't leave the way you came.
Right. Definitely.
However, that is like, it's gonna be an influence of the energy in the room.
Right.
And I just think that it's gonna be good. You having some mate, even if you don't get a like on that post it. They go
I am,
see
girl. I post every day. When I wake up, it's like I'm posting on my story. I go to TikTok, I'm posting. I just been posting, girl, and I don't even do that. And I have a friend. She bet, girl. She gonna post anything. She sells bundles, so she posts, and she used to always get on to me. But since I've been doing this page, and since I've been doing the car ride conversations, because this is just my fourth episode, So I've been working on it. So I just been posting and promoting, and I reached a lot of different people. And it's
Yeah.
like amazing when you broaden your audience from outside of your townhome or your, and you just go out and try to reach other people. Like I want to be bigger than Texarkana. I don't want to just be here,
Stuck in that, yeah.
So it's like, yes, I post it every day, girl. Like you have no idea.
But
No idea.
a lot of when I look at my reels, like the insight, as you can see, I have almost a 500,000 followers, right?
Right.
The likes might not add up to what the following is, but when you look at that insight, oh baby, they be viewing. They might not hit that like button, but they be
Yes.
looking. And long as you see, that's all
That's
that
all
matters.
that matter.
They see it. They actually see it. So don't get discouraged. Keep posting.
Okay.
Again, whoever's supposed to be there, go be there.
We'll be there. You're right. You are.
And like they say, do never despise small beginnings. Like that's something that sticks with me. Because you gotta start somewhere. And one day
Right.
you gonna be able to look back and be like, my first event, y'all, I only had 20 people. Not look at me speaking to a whole arena of people. Sometimes you gotta speak it. You gotta see it before you actually see it.
Right. Right. You are absolutely right. So, like, what is something? Let me see here. Like, what is something that you're proud of accomplishing recently?
For me, just going through, just actually taking the steps to do this event. Like this is, I I feel accomplished just for putting the flyer out and putting the link out. That just like that is big for me. That's so big for me because by now I ain't gonna lie to you. I would have been said, that's okay, y'all. I promise you. So Friday, when I dropped that flyer and that link, it was like one of the moments where you just take your phone, press send,
And just throw it to the side, like, okay, I'm gonna look at it in a minute. I don't know what might happen.
yeah, like it is so that's big for me. That's so big for me because oh my God, that's big for me.
So, do you think, like, cause I have an issue with procrastination. Like, I procrastinate a lot. Do you struggle with that? Cause I do.
Yeah,
And like I
but
say, if it don't look good, I ain't gonna do it.
here's the thing. A lot of times when I procrastinate, that's when the best work get done, right? I don't, but I don't want to be like that.
Right.
I don't want to be like
Right.
that. Like, but it's me versus me, right? I'm in my own way. I can't fault nobody. I can't blame anybody. It's me.
Right.
It is definitely me. But the moment that I get out of my own way, I know that I'm gonna be unstoppable.
Right. Right. And I feel the exact same way. I be like, Jazz, you holding yourself back because you procrastinate so much, or you just, like I say, I get discouraged easily, girl. If it ain't looking too hot, I'm like you, like, nah, we ain't got to worry about it. Or I think about it and say, forget it, or tell somebody, girl, I don't think I'm gonna do this. Or blow
Yeah.
up, mama, I don't know about this one. But I do that, and like you say, it is me versus me, and sometimes we can inflict, and I just don't want to do that anymore. Like I want to be powerful. Like I feel like 2025, this is my year. I'm not perfect by far. I got a long way to go.
Oh
But it's
yeah.
like I feel like I'm taking the proper steps toward that,
Yes. I feel just taking that first step. Like it just by posting the flyer, it was just like a big relief. Like I just and it's crazy because it's like Paige, whenever you host these events, and this is not me giving it myself, but I'm just the actual host.
Right.
Like I did a Galentine, and we did she did them procrastination is a form of fear.
Definitely.
It's the fear of the unknown, right?
Right.
So they at the Galentine they made their own lipstick or whatever. So the lady was like, afterwards she said, Paige, I didn't know any of these people. And she's like, they all came from, you making a post or whatever. So that right there was just like a dang girl. girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? You did this. So just imagine for yourself. And I do know if I don't have a major outcome on Saturday, like I said, this a busy month. The kids have different things, and I just know that I took that step to actually do it. So I have that feel now. Like I got over that unknown feeling. So now it's like it's coming together. So that's a good thing.
Yes, I definitely think it's gonna be a great event because, like you said, a lot of people don't have people to talk to. Girl, your event is gonna be awesome. It's gonna be amazing, an
Thank
amazing
you so
event, and I
much.
know the turnout is gonna be great. So I wouldn't even worry about that part, girl. I wouldn't even worry
That's
about
just
that because it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. So, like, what is one thing you wish more people knew about you?
me. Um the thing is what I like to hear is they be like, you the same on and off social media. So just know that the way that I am on social media, this is me off of social
Oh, I
media.
can
Like I'm
tell
not, this
that.
is this is this is really me, right? This is really me just being paid. So understand that this not a front when it comes to, like I love the dance. So anytime the beat drop, that's just what it is. And I like when people be happy because I've been on that end of being negative. So if I could just, you never know what people are going through, and I always just want people to know, like I'm going to pour into you. Like I'm gonna, if I see that you like, by yourself standoffish, especially if we at an event, I'm a come over here, invite you over because that's just how I am.
Yeah,
Like I'm this person on and off social.
vibe, girl.
It's just it's Paige. Like, like this is me.
Yes, definitely. So, what advice would you give to your younger self or someone just starting their entrepreneur journey?
First of all, make sure this is something you want to do, right? Don't do it because you see somebody else doing, because you don't know the backstory. When people post on Instagram, they post in the good. You never see nobody like, think about them old pictures that we used to take back in the day when you had to take the negative to come bring out the good
Right,
the good photo,
right,
the good quality. So nobody really show um the downside of stuff. It's not gonna be peaches and cream all the time.
right.
Not gonna be like that. You gotta understand. You gotta spend money to make money.
Definitely.
It's gonna be days that you gonna find yourself crying because you just trying to figure out, like, what am I doing here? Like what's gonna happen next? Like I battle with myself with a lot of things, but first and foremost, make sure this is something that you want to do, and it's something that you got a passion for it, and it's not. You got to be able to, when being an entrepreneur, you always want I would never sell something to people that I wouldn't buy for myself, right?
Definitely.
You got to understand it's quality over quantity, right? The quantity will come. You got to make sure quality sells, and you got
Right.
to make sure that for me, it's all about, like, I do this from the heart. Like I put my blood, sweat, and tears into No Negative Energy Love. My team, and when I say my team, that's my family. Like it's amazing to have a great support system, right? Like, you know how you say your
Yeah.
mama, my mama, she got my back 1,000%. So even when we fold in shirts, like I'm making sure everything is together, because at the end of the day, it's my name on it.
Right.
And I would never sell somebody something that I know I wouldn't want to have. So I don't care if it got a little dot on there. They be like, girl, how you see this? I know what I want. You know what I'm saying? Like so just make sure that this is something that you want. This is a passion for you. This is what you're doing with your heart. You want it to really be enjoyable. You don't want to just say, oh, I'm just doing this to make money. No.
Yes, because if you get in it for the wrong reason, it will not work
Oh
out.
no. Oh no.
So it definitely got to be something that your heart is in, because I'm telling you, like, girl, I do nails or whatever,
Uh-huh.
And so it's like I had stopped doing them and I had started working. And then so I decided to leave my job. And so I'm like,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna jump back into it. But girl, let me tell you, it is totally different this time around. Because like I say, my heart is not really in it anymore. Like it's no longer a passion for me. It's just something that I know I have a license for. I know I can do it. And if I need to jump out there, I can. But if your heart ain't in it, it is just not gonna prosper. And that's kind of what I'm dealing with because it's like, girl, you put more energy in your car ride conversation and your brunch than you are the nails. But to be honest with you, Paige, my heart is in the car ride conversations. My heart is really into making the brunch be great. So I've kind of have lost insight on doing nails because that's not my passion anymore. And
Right.
I guess it's okay to kind of lose your love for something that you once used to enjoy doing. So it's like it's not that I don't like it. I just don't have a passion for it anymore.
Yeah, and you got it when it becomes what's the word? When it becomes like a like I gotta do this. You know what I'm saying? Like you really want it to be. You want to have a passion for it. You want to enjoy doing it. You know what I'm saying? So you enjoy doing these car conversations, and you can tell you enjoy putting into what you put into for your brunch. And sometimes like even with the steaks, don't get me wrong, I love to do those like that. It had kept me focused at one time. Like they
Right.
helped me. Like when I was doing fitted stacks, I think I really had experienced like a real heartbreak. Right, I
Mhm.
had just turned 30, and it was like like this is. But if I wouldn't have had fitted stacks, I think my focus would have been like I probably would have been like going like just not there. Like
Right.
I would have just been probably focusing on that. But you gotta understand, there's still many more blessings for us to receive. I'm not
Right.
saying you can't stay in that moment, but don't live
Right.
there. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand, if a person is showing you that they out living their life, you can't be stuck in that moment. But the fact that I was into fitted stacks, like I had orders on top of orders, so I didn't really have time to sit there and be like, oh my god, like
Yeah.
oh, I was hurt. I was hurt, but at the same time, I had to understand like life is passing us by. What you gonna do?
You hear me?
I had to give myself that pep talk.
Right.
But fitted stacks was a helper to me.
Yeah. Yes. Like I get it, girl, because I had went through something and I feel like, and I ain't never said this, but I feel like to my hometown that it kind of was like a laughing matter or whatever, but Paige, like that kind of hurt me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a pretty strong girl, and like a lot of things, I take it, and I just brush it off, and I go on by my day, and I try not to let it interfere with who I am as a person. But I had threw myself in. I had started doing like bling Crocs, girl, and I was doing phone cases, like things like that. So it's like when you go through something and you pick up a new hobby, it do take your mind off things and it helps you realize who you really are. And so
Right.
like I am grateful, to even be able to do that because some people don't have a lot of talents and different things like that. So I am so grateful for that. So I understand where you coming from, because it's like, girl, sometimes you gotta pick yourself up,
You have
dust yourself off, and try
to.
again, and just move on.
You have
And so that's kind of
a lot of people don't understand that though. And again, how me you handle things, we can't expect
true.
everybody to handle things like that, right? But for me, it's just like, what sense does it make to stay up in a moment that you know nothing's gonna change, right? Like y'all already said what y'all had to say, or however the situation played out. You gotta you gotta embrace it. Everybody do things differently.
Right,
Everybody do
right,
things differently. But for me, with Fitted States, they gave me more time to really get in tune. Because, like, while I'm sitting there and I'm making my stacks, like, I'm processing everything, right?
right.
But at the same time, I'm understanding that this not the end.
Mm-mm.
This not the end. But you have to be able to talk about it.
Right,
You have to be able to let it out. I didn't have to hold that in.
Right.
I'm not. I'm not a. I'm. You don't know who you're helping when you able to say different things like that. You know, because some people be feeling like this when you talk like my Instagram. I get a lot of DMs. Right? They they reach out. They say, "Oh, you always so happy. You always positive. Like, do you ever go through things?" Yes, I do. I've
Right.
been through a lot. I
Right.
had to endure a lot. I still go through stuff today, but I know how to handle it more. You know
Right.
why? Because I know who I am as a person.
Right.
So when people are looking at me and staring and they shoe showing, that don't bother me no more.
Right.
Because guess what? You really see something in me that you don't see in yourself. You're trying to process how I'm still able to keep going and keep walking with my head up in the air, even though I am short stature. But baby, I'm bigger than this height.
Right.
To y'all, I might look 3'5", but to me, I stand 7 feet. But it's just all about knowing who you are as a person.
Right. And that's so awesome because it's like I feel like by you saying it, you will inspire other women who have, who are just like you, and even women who are not,
Right.
just had it off about yourself, and you definitely got it. And I feel like if anything, if somebody doing that, they intimidate a girl. Especially you get out there, you do the to me a dance. I cannot do that.
Look, it took me a while. It took me a while to learn it. Now I got boots on the ground, and I'm going to town with it. Now
I
they
don't know
can't
how to
stop
do
me
that
because
either. I don't know how to do that
we
either,
we got
girl.
to do. We got to do your little A count.
Huh?
We got to do your little A count.
You gonna have to, cause let me tell you, girl. I think I'm trying to get sick, but I do not know how to do none of them line dances. I wish I did. And then like they having like a party here with the fan, where the fans at. And girl, I wish I want to get my fan, but I'm just gonna be playing my fan. I don't know how to do
Well,
that
let me
stuff.
tell you like this. If you notice, you ain't never seen me with a fan because I don't even know how to open that fan. So me and my friend was on the float at the parade, and I said, "God, how you do this?" And she said, "I grip everything so tight." And she was like, "Girl, you got the open." I'm like, listen. I say, I can't do it with this. I'm gonna do my left
Girl,
thing. Pop, pop.
yeah, girl, that's what I be doing. Like cause my kids love that, so I be just throwing my hand. Like, girl, I don't know how to do that stuff. But girl, I just appreciate you so much. Like, you are definitely a vibe,
Thank
Paige,
you
and
so
I'm
much.
so grateful. Like, because a lot of people don't just be like, yes, I will come on your podcast. Like I say, I'm just getting started. This is like my fourth episode, and I just some days, girl, I just write names down of people who I want to reach out to, and I'm like, I'm gonna reach out to them. They either gonna say yeah, they gonna say no, and so I just take chances with it. But I'm so grateful. Like, I'm happy that you allowed the world to come into your life, and see what you got going on. You just bring such positive vibes, and I just pray that your event is awesome this weekend, which I know it will be.
Thank you so
And
much.
so I'm just so happy for you. And like I said again, girl, thank you. And I'm gonna send you the invite to the brunch, girl. Now,
Do
and you
that.
can
Do
make
that.
it pull up and come and enjoy yourself.
Thank you so much for having me. Like just for even reaching out. Like I be thankful because y'all be wanting me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like so. Hey, I love that. I appreciate you just as well as you wishing prosperity over my event. I'm wishing the same thing for you. Even in those times where you feel like you discouraged, you got 2 months to push it. Push it. Just we gotta think positive, right? I'm
Right.
talking to me and you.
Right.
So we gotta speak it. Like Lord, you know my heart. He
Right.
he knows.
Right.
He knows. And I feel that the fact that we taking this step, he gonna see us through. And
Definitely.
remember, who's supposed to be there gonna be there.
Gonna be
That's
there.
just that's
That's
just
right.
what it is. That's just
Definitely.
what it is.
Yes.
But thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Yes.
And just let me know when you want to do this again.
I sure will, girl. So I'm gonna post your booking information in here once we get off and everything. And like I say, thank you so much, and you have a beautiful night, Paige. It was so great to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you so much, love.
Yes, ma'am. Have a good night.
You too, honey.
Bye bye.